Harmen Sidhu, Coach John Goelz, and Devon Zenn.
Coach, you have two of the best ERA pitchers, not only in the West region, but in the nation coming into this tournament. Did you expect the quality outing you got from your pitcher?
Yeah, Harmen's really a competitive kid, and he, obviously he's been pretty consistent for the year. I don't think he had his best stuff today, I hate to tell you that, but he just battles, and he's done that all year, and that's why, he gets in jams and he gets out of jams. So, yeah, I felt like he would give us a really strong effort, and that if we scored some runs, that, Harmen Holden would win.
Take us back to the second inning where it seemed like one error took a relatively manageable game from both team circumstances into a nice big lead for you. Talk about it from your end. What did you see from that second inning on? And then Harmen also from on the mound, you go back on the hill and you're up by 6 instead of up by 2.
Yeah, there were 2 outs, and Jackson Stoddard had a great at bat before the error to get hit. And then Kamura hit the ball, up the middle, and it was bobbled. And then the rest of the guys did a great job. Flip came up and got hit, and once we got 6 runs, I felt pretty good.
From a pitcher standpoint, to go from 2 up to 6 up, did your level of confidence and maybe ease go a little bit easier when you go up to the 3rd inning?
Yeah, I mean, like whenever we get a big lead, the games comes a lot easier. Not as much pressure. You can pound more strikes, let them hit it. Don't have to worry about a solo home run or a 2-run home run tying it up. So I was able to, pound the zone, get the leadoff out, pretty much just because we had a big lead. So give credit to the hitters.
Let me take you back to the very first batter of the game. Was there any frustration going 14 pitches to that first batter?
I mean, yeah, we make some pitches like that, but I was glad that I won it. He kept battling. Give him credit, he's battling. I mean, he put a good piece on every ball. Luckily, I got him out, so.
How does 128 pitches compare with how deep you're used to going into a game? I mean, that's an awful lot of pitches.
Yeah, who you asking? Yes, I mean, we didn't have him at 128. We had him at less, but yeah, we went a lot of pitches with him. He went into the last inning, he was at 102. So according to our guys, counting the pitches. So yeah, we had a guy warming up, but he went through the 8th inning pretty good, and we communicated, earlier, and he was feeling good. It's hard to get Harmen out of the game. You guys are sitting here, and he looks like such a nice kid, but when he crosses between the 2 white lines, he becomes like a fierce competitor. And he tells me to get lost sometimes when I go up there. So, I'm glad he's that way. We also want to protect him. He's got a future, beyond Sonoma State. I think he's going to get drafted, and we certainly don't want to hurt him, but he is a bulldog.
Was there a specific place where you thought you worked out a situation that was crucial to the game? In terms of you thought, oh, right here, you had, for example, a bases loaded jam that you worked out of there. I'm thinking that was the 5th or the 6th, where you said, well, I got to get out of this one, or once you did, I'm out of this one. Wow.
Yeah, no, I was thinking it was like a 3rd, 4th runner around there, with bases loaded with the warden up, with 1 out, and I was able to strike him out pretty good, and kind of was a little relief, but then I kind of spiked the ball, the pass ball, which is kind of my fault. So they got 1, but after that, it was definitely a relief when you get a base load less than 2 outs and only give up 1, so it was pretty good.
Devon, going into the game, you lost 2 straight to Cal State L.A. in the CCA championship. What was your focus and the team's focus going into today's game against a team that you had faced previously?
I think as a team, we just wanted to get on top of them early, and we did, which was a really good thing. And knowing we had one of our horses out there with Harmen, I mean, it was big to get up 6-0 against them and kind of put their backs against the wall, and we could play a little easy and just be relaxed up there at the plate. So I mean, that's really what it is, just get on top of them.
Harmen, going into game against Cal State L.A., who had had 49 hits in their last 3 games, some of which came against Sonoma State. What was your focus and mentality going into possibly one of the hottest teams heading into the regional.
I mean, give them credit. They can hit, they can smash, and main thing is you just gotta locate against these guys. My mentality was like, usually I kind of play. It's a game within myself. I don't really pay attention to the opponent too much. I mean, I get a scouting report here and there, but it's more me. So like, if I know if I can win against myself, I know I'll beat them. So.
Devon, what was the pitch that you hit for the bases clearing triple or double, and was it the pitch you were looking for?
Yeah.
Did you go up looking for that?
It was fastball, but
Yeah.
it's right down the middle. I just wanted something I could drive, and with this park, it really carries out to center, left center. And I got it up in the wind, put pretty good backspin on it, and it just carried over to the track. So definitely something I was looking for.
You guys represented the West a couple of years ago, getting through the regional. Based through one game of performance, where do you stack up in comparison to that team that made it to the championship?
Yeah, nice try. We're not gonna look that far down the road. And we were talking about losing to Cal State L.A. I mean, we didn't even talk about it. I mean, one of the things we said, we have to be in the here and now and play here and now. There's a bunch of great teams here, and we have to play our best baseball every day. And, Cal State L.A. made a couple errors today that hurt them, and we understand how this works. We're going to make some errors that hurt us, and then it's how fast can you recover, and then how well can you play after that. And I think that we talked about being courageous and determined and sticking together as a team, and that's what we did today. And that's just one step. So to compare us to anything in the past, I love this team, and I hope that there's some comparisons made at the end of the season. But for right now, we're just trying to win the next game. We played the winner of the Dixie, Grand Canyon game. We know those are two great programs, so we're focusing on that.
How well acquainted are you with this year's Dixie and Grand Canyon?
We're not. I heard Dixie's real fast. Maybe you guys could give me a little scouting report after we shut this off.
Yeah. Because we're really going to do that.
You kind of answered my redirect question, but let me throw it in another direction. You've played, obviously, CCAA competition for the last 2.5, 3 months. You've gone through the tournament. How is it feeling now that you're going to get someone other than a conference foe in your next game?
Yeah, I mean, we're really familiar, obviously, with other 4 teams, and we have a league tournament too. So last weekend we went through this, and now we're doing it again, and I think we look forward to that challenge coming up.
Any further questions? Coach, student athletes, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Congrats.
Thank you very much.